okay.
Everyone's like, that's what everyone else in the league does, my bro.
Man's just been dropping 30s, man.
He's been playing proper well, to be fair.
Efficient 30s. But what, you not taking it? Wait, when the Lakers defend, yeah? LeBron and AD come back. It looks long. It looks long.
Did you get
Why
Rondo?
did this? Wait, this is.
Yes. This is a money. This can go for a point.
I thought it was lagging from that last conversation from like earlier this week. I say, right, did the message really just go through?
Yo,
Just ran it back.
I'm
Yeah?
falling
What you
asleep.
saying,
I
brother?
can't jump to this one.
Come on, Shaka, man. Oh, Leno, you're shit, bro.
No way. Are they losing?
Yes!
Leno is fucking shit.
Wow.
Ow!
Kill me, Leno.
I haven't seen it yet, but bow.
Leno down. Bow. Bow. Bow, man. Leno down. Leno that.
Remember when I was last year, Luke was shouting at me when I said my man ain't good.
Bring back Emmy Martinez, man.
Hey, bring back Petr Cech.
Leno better than Lloris, yeah?
I can't believe my eyes, man.
Lloris is shit,
Lloris
bro.
is not good, bro.
Lloris
Leno
is
better
shit.
than Lloris, Dan, yeah?
Lloris ain't good, bro. This ain't the hill to
Leno
die
better than
on, man.
Lloris, Dan, yeah?
What's he doing though?
Yeah?
Bow.
Bow, ticka, bow, bow.
I haven't seen the goal
Oh my
yet.
days.
Hey, Xhaka got skinned, bro.
Bro, this is just wait and see. Yo,
I can't wait
Hey,
to
Xhaka got skinned, cuz.
He's onside, man.
Jack is not good, is he?
fam, Richarlison is shameless. Man celebrating like he scored.
He did score.
Crazy.
Man, you know what, Dan?
It
Gotta
was on
see
goal.
it, man. One more time before I go. Why did you answer like that? Is he alright?
Why
Hey,
is
you
he
know,
doing
man.
That's a wave. I'm gonna
I'm
learn
so
that dance
finished.
for some.
Where's his goal?
I go. Bowser just taking hold on.
He's going on in history, man. Wait. Oh my.
Yeah. Main offensive, yeah.
They better protest Leno, bro. I don't care.
Man outside their
I can't
thousands.
believe that. That's the sort of goal you concede in school, man.
Yeah, man. That's disgusting.
Fam, party, stop shooting, bruv.
Yeah, party
Party,
cannot
what
shoot,
do you
bro.
Why are we gonna have the party dialogue?
What time?
What the?
Why are we gonna have the party dialogue?
Yeah. This is what
Starting
dialogue.
now.
What one?
I don't want to hear from Dan Coons.
Hey,
Yes,
nah,
why
start
do you say
like
that?
fucking high or something, man.
Dan
Is it? Yeah.
What's going on?
What do you mean?
You tell us. What's going on?
I'm saying start the dialogue. Then he said he wants to start a party dialogue. I said start it.
Hey, he's a bit meaty, ain't he? Meaty, ain't he?
Okay. What? Did you not pay 50 million all in?
How much you pay for Fred?
50 million all in.
Yes. So who's better?
Party.
Okay then.
Okay, what? I don't think Fred's good.
What did that justify? What the hell did that justify?
Hey.
Shit with shitter.
Hey, thank you, Dan Coons.
Shit, oh, yeah?
Head's hot. But I thought he did something there.
I didn't think I did anything, but you said you wanted to start a dialogue. You said he's meaty. I said okay.
He said Fred's
he's
meaty.
getting heated. So now what?
He said Fred's meaty. Okay, well
I
done.
said Fred is shit.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Where we go from here?
So as in if we play that
But
game,
the thing
we
is,
can start dialogues about
the thing
anyone.
is, they don't rate him though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, exactly. We don't rate Fred.
So now what?
Hello.
Now what, Dan Coons? I'm not the one who wants to have the dialogue. You don't want to have the dialogue.
You asked us.
Oh, my days.
You said let's have this dialogue then. You said that.
This dialogue
Just rattled that.
You invited the dialogue.
I didn't invite the dialogue. I
You
said
said,
let's
let's
start the
have this
dialogue.
dialogue.
Wait, Dan
You
Soft
not
in the
saying
chat.
anything.
No, you
Swear down. Where you been? And now he's gone
what
back
Dan is that? Dan Soft. He's still
Dan
about.
Soft.
here, bro. I'm multitasking. I'm here.
Oh,
Keep
okay.
on the
You didn't
Don't
acknowledge.
get
You
twisted.
didn't.
So-
My
so-
roster.
If I was going to the game, I would have protest. Yeah, but I'm not going to go and leave my house to protest the Cronkies. No.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
You're giving me protest vibes.
Yeah, I protest. I protest.
Big protest
Black Lives
energy,
Matter.
yeah?
That's tested, isn't it?
You protest what?
He's a Twitter protester, not in real life protester.
Okay.
It's a big protest energy, yeah? It's a big conspiracy.
Rah, six home defeats for Arsenal as it
It's gonna-
stands.
I think it's going to be the 7th one.
Jesus Christ.
Pathetic.
Jesus is Lord, man.
Shall I tell you what's so funny, yeah? Arsenal legit hired Arteta, like, no experience, bro. None. And Arsenal fans were excited because he worked for Pep and he's Spanish.
Fam, do you remember the live show? Do you remember the live show? I think the last live show that Touchline Fracas did.
Yeah, it was like the one when you not lose to Newcastle and we beat Chelsea.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I can't. I think we were playing Man City.
I
Oh
swear
yeah,
it was.
yeah.
I
you
think
got-
that was just before Finn got appointed. I was just like, I asked the question, innit? Because that was before I was on Touchy Goodness. I asked the question like, why are people so high up on this guy?
What do people?
Because
What do people say?
Yeah, what was
I
that?
don't know. It was literally all the how people talk about him in the game. He's highly respected. All of this stuff, but it's just wild to me that we actually did it, man. Honestly,
It's wild to me that people still defend him.
Exactly.
To be honest, though, if I asked you this question after the Community Shield, you lot would have been said you're happy.
I remember that game, man.
Because he was doing
And the
well.
FA Cup.
No,
Yeah,
just the back end of last season, from when he came in up until after the Fulham game, they thought we had a guy. So I don't know, man.
I think
It's a 180 on our set.
I think
Where is Van Koog still here? Hey, how's
Yep.
Saka played today?
he's been bad. He's been bad today.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 180 on the guy, man.
I
All the
but
things you're saying,
I think Mariah. I think at that point though, it's the guy if he's actually shown you something
Right.
personally. Like I feel like the way that we beat City and Chelsea in that FA Cup, I think was quite impressive.
Yeah, I get that, but what I'm saying is that that's still the same manager. It's still the same manager who got those results who's managing you now. So just a complete 180, and I can't believe we did this. But at times he's shown you that he can hang with the best managers in the league.
Yeah, and my point before he joined, and Tobes can vouch for this, is I feel like a manager might be good, but they're gonna make mistakes and they're gonna make errors, and it's something. It's a process that you go over time, and then just saying to the guy, "Here's the club, and you can make all your mistakes here at Arsenal Football Club," I think is crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
you're too big of a club for Arteta to be getting his work experience at.
Yeah, it's just nuts, man.
Yeah.
No. I'm pretty sure we know you rate him.
Wait, who?
I said caught in 4K. I don't know who, but right next to his finished me. Oh man.
He said, just a free shot saying he rates party coming to Touchline to question him, yeah? I respect.
Oh man.
I can't believe you can't ask questions these days.
Somebody called an ambulance. Somebody called an ambulance.
I saw this
Not for me.
quote tweet one of his tweets today. It was like, something about, I think it was like someone, Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Madders, and then quote tweeted saying, ignore the middle
Forget about the second name.
It was a tweet, sorry, it was a tweet.
It was like 2019, the 2019 season, and I was like, Ruben like Foden, Maddison, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek for England best centre midfielders. So, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek was the second name. And I'm trying to do it to like show that I've been saying this about Foden because Arsenal fans try to say I'm just rating him because of form. That's all. I was like, oh yeah, just ignore the second name, Steve.
actually, you know what's even funnier, just that the fact that you quote tweeted that, the fact that you can
Exactly.
be disproved and also proved right in one tweet, that is why it's so funny.
Listen, nobody shoots 100% from 3-point range.
Yeah, fair enough, man. I hate you, man.
That's all I
I
want
hate
to
you.
say.
Some
I hate
shoot
you,
like
bro.
Ross.
Yeah.
He's been shooting well
Thank-
recently as well, though, to be fair.
Not for 3.
I can't even get onto him properly. Bro, at least he's playing basketball, bro. All these men are all injured.
Yeah, bare man are injured.
Honestly, yeah. Arsenal are too banterous, man.
It's ridiculous.
We're shit, man.
It's actually ridiculous.
I can't believe this.
I can't wait to
I
take
can't-
Dan's
sorry, I
cash.
can't
How
believe
have you
it.
managed? How have
I
you
can't
managed
believe
to
it,
lose
but
this
yeah.
game? How have you managed to lose this game?
They've not played well enough to win, though.
Yeah, but have they managed to
Oh,
lose? I didn't say how have you not managed to win. I said how have you
This
managed to
is looking-
lose?
This table's looking
Everton-
crazy, you know. Fuck.
That's the
You
thing. Like,
talking about or are you talking about Football Manager?
I said no. The actual table's looking crazy.
Oh, I
Le-
forget
Le-
the team is looking table.
Leeds are level on points with a game in hand. Villa are 2
Remember
points
what we said at
behind.
the start of the.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you're right. Don't count
Game in
them.
hand. Bear man,
Oh.
what game in hand title
Yeah, man.
title challenges, boy.
Fam.
I wonder where Villa would have finished if Grealish didn't get injured.
That's a good question.
I don't.
I wonder how many. I wonder how many of the big six are going to finish outside the top 6, especially after all that shit
Interesting.
happened.
I wonder
Arsenal.
if Ross Barkley's gonna start a couple games at Chelsea next year, Dan. What
I
do you
don't
think?
understand the Ross Barkley thing. Like, what are you feeling for? I don't understand.
Hey.
What do you say?
So you better be careful because Dan gets his vengeance, man. Dan will get his
Man,
vengeance.
if you want to say, something, say it now. We already had the conversation.
hey, fam, he's actually crying tears of laughter, man.
Tobes has been teasing this. Tobes is like, how do I get this conversation to Aston Villa? he's like, yo, the table's looking crazy, yo. You're a fool. You're a big fool.
Oh, man. I think you mentioned it already. Dad, I tweeted you earlier about Aston Villa.
anytime there's a lulling conversation, it's like, oh yeah, what about? Oh,
Yeah.
Why
Yo,
swing this conversation to Aston Villa?
yo,
Listen,
Tobes.
but
Yo,
Barkley hasn't done well. Barkley has well. That's cool.
Yo, Tobes.
Yo.
Thoughts on the whole.
Yeah, he's had a good season. Are we gonna do this again this week? He's not. He knows that shit. All right, cool. I'm not gonna get
Yeah,
into this with you, so it's fine.
please don't shout at me.
All right, here we
Damn,
go.
I thought you were
Sam's been itching. After I pammed him for Hazard, he's been itching.
What you about, you know?
I heard Hoiberg, so I thought I'd join in.
That guy is shit, man.
No, man.
Hey, Sam, random question, yeah?
Yeah.
How old do you think I am?
How old?
How old do you think I am?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Let's answer the question. How old do you think I am?
28.
Okay, cool. Thank you. No worries.
How old are you?
Okay.
What happened? What happened?
Alright,
What
you're
happened?
absolutely finished,
How-
man.
yeah, everyone just take it in a turn to say how old they think
Spliffed
Harold
him.
is still. Yeah.
31.
Thank you.
I think Harold 27, 27,
Mariah,
28.
Mariah, don't do that, man, because you said something completely different.
What did Mariah say?
That's ballpark. I don't give a shit, man.
Mine says 35.
What? Nah, he's chatting shit. He's chatting shit, man.
How old is Harold?
How did you think Harold was Tobes?
27, 28.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, come on.
Alright, so someone said in the chat. I'm reading
Mariah's doing the box score right now.
British age 28, real age 35, 36. Harold is at least 40. So just across the spectrum. Yeah, obviously that was a bit of hyperbole, but I definitely thought you were, 30s.
I need to up my skin routine, man.
How old is Harold?
Crazy.
26.
What is
Oh my days.
That's a fucking reaction.
Omniwrench. Oh my days.
You not had me looking crazy up in this Discord, boy. Thank you, Disu.
I thought Harold was minimum, bro.
Oh my days.
Nah, this is great. Oh,
This is punishment. You didn't tell me how to play.
There's a difference.
Harold versus Addy. I remember the genesis of that rivalry. It's beautiful. One of my favorite on the network, to be honest.
Unlucky.
What, did Everton almost score to make it 2-0?
No. Martinelli almost equalised.
Oh, fuck that.
I don't even know how we got a shot away, boy.
The chat is finishing right now, man.
I'm on that now. My number one target is Dan Cruz.
What's that?
Dan Q's got nothing left, man. That brother's got nothing left.
Check the chat, please.
Hey, don't kill me.
Wow,
Leno's even up.
in the corner.
Leno's even up for a
Man's
draw.
trying to
Don't
make
kill
amends.
me.
By the way, this will be so Ancelotti's one at our ground, Arsenal, draw at Man United.
They are shit. Everton are shit. I have no doubts about it. Everton are shit.
Why did they concede?
No. They just generally hit us shit. They're gonna win today. They're another false image team.
That's to be a
Man U,
foul.
man.
Oh, what's his name?
It's their first win. It's their first win in like 2 months if they hold out.
Another false image team, man.
Oh,
Don't
they're
give a
fucking
shit.
shit, man.
I told them at the beginning of the season they ain't gonna do shit. You don't want to listen to me. Them.
Well, was he riding the Hammers team?
Them thought Man United will finish 8th. So
Crazy madman.
So where down we got Fletchers? I'm not taking a piss, bro.
Man, didn't know.
Wait, sorry, did you say Everton would finish 8th?
Man, I'm watching cars go around in circles. Don't fucking kill me. F1 fans are so jokes. Vroom vroom. Fucking clowns.
That's it. That's where my interest starts and ends, boy. Oh, we won, yeah? Okay. Carry on my Sunday.
Wow, boy. Another home loss. Mad.
Arteta fucking sucks, man.
Harold?
France.
Don't talk about home losses, Don't kill me.
Oh, man. I support Taribo West.
It's been such a crazy season. You man really had John Henry on the ropes, boy. Man's recording hostage video.
Days, bro. This season's been a mess.
They had him on the ropes.
First, a minute and a half, he's calling you the LFC. Then calling you Liverpool towards the end. Like, what's going on here, Gaffer, man? You LFC fans, it's my fault. I'll have to build back that trust. Jurgen Klopp, Jordan Henderson, Michael Edwards, it had nothing to do with them.
Also pass opportunity to where's the funds gonna come? What's our 5-year plan? Why do you do this? We just don't.
Thank you for saying that on the. They're calling Saka jollof rice O'Shea.
That is insane. Wow, that is insane. Jollof rice O'Shea is insane.
Fucking hell.
Oh my god.
Fucking
Hey,
hell.
if you man get bounced by Villarreal, you might get the hook, you know.
I'm telling you, that Villarreal game that's not what they want,
Yeah,
man.
man. You don't want
Guys
that,
are writing them off.
Fam, we scored 18 goals in 17 home
Yeah.
games this season, man. What the
Wait,
fuck?
Jesus Lord.
Chuck Wednesday against Xhaka, yeah? Mm.
All right, I lie.
I need that, man. I need.
What? Hey, Arsenal. It's not even fun anymore, honestly.
It's actually not fun.
Where's Lewis, man? I hate
The
Lewis.
only thing that still makes me laugh, the only tweet that still makes me laugh is when the guy said, like, it was, I don't know, it must have been around January times. Yeah, we're just we just need to pick up a young 9 points and we're right in the mix. This is like, man saying 9 points like he's going shopping, you know, and they never did pick up them 9 points.
Hey.
You know what's hilarious as well, yeah, Mariah. I'm not sure if you remember it, but on the Discord, I think it was in January. Spurs had just lost 3-1 to Liverpool. I was fuming, and then Dan was chatting shit, saying, what did he say? He must have said something like, "Rah, we're 2 points behind. We're 2 points behind Spurs," or something like that.
Yeah, they might have been doing this all season, man.
Yep, and then he proceeded to put £50 down that Arsenal would finish above Spurs, and
scary.
So the gap is now what? We're still shit, and the gap is 7 points.
That is a bit mad still.
Damn.
Mara, this is like watching a show over and over and over again. You know exactly what's gonna happen, but you just keep watching it.
You keep tuning in.
You just keep tuning in over and over, man.
Oh gosh. You know that lady's face they always use when they want to do me trying to start a new show. Ugh. Me watching the same show for the 15th time.
Did you call Oprah this lady?
No, not Oprah. It's a white lady they do with. I haven't seen. Nah, no Oprah. Come on, allow me, man. But yeah, insert Oprah. Insert Oprah if you want there. But yeah, Arsenal scoring more than one goal at home. Ugh. Losing to a shit team at home. And they've sacked. You're right, Dan. And Spurs have sacked the manager.
If Carlsberg did, if Carlsberg did Friday.
Okay, other than this result, what else has been good about this Friday for you?
This was.
But he does because he supports Arsenal.
Nah, he deserves it, man.
I swear to you, I haven't seen another Arsenal fan on Discord apart from Louis.
Yeah, now Dan Cruz is a good guy, man. Yeah. Dan Cruz is a respectful brother, man. I respect the grind, bro. It's not easy. Bro, it's not easy, man. When your team is shit and people coming to dunk on your head, man, you just gotta separate yourself from it mentally. Rise above it, man.
Man said he's just waiting for the dunk, man. Any moment now, it's gonna come.
It's gonna come. Any final thoughts? Dan Cruz, any final thoughts?
We're in the mud, man. We're mud.
Fam,
you
guys.
No, but how do you? I don't understand how you.
I've got nothing left, man.
I just don't know how you lost. I just feel like you lost today just for the sake of losing. Like, fuck it, let's just lose. Like, what else is going on? F it.
I've got nothing left, Phil. How can someone say in another chat I'm in, an Arsenal fan, she said, genuinely think Freddie Ljungberg would have done the same or better.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough, man. I don't think there's anything, bro. Are we not deep in that Arsenal are 10th? 6 games, 5 games to go.
That's terrible.
Our 10th with 5 games to go.
46 points. It's crazy.
He's got to go, man. I don't care who he is, man. I don't care who he becomes in the next 5 years. He's got to go, man. He has got to go.
That's Everton's first W in 6 games.
bruv.
Hey,
Scary.
listen. If you're ever in doubt, just go to Arsenal. If your marriage is going down the
Oh,
toilet,
teams love breaking their records at Arsenal, fam.
Bruv,
bro. If your
Leeds.
marriage is going down the toilet, go to Arsenal. Need some mental health therapy, go to Arsenal, bro. They'll get you right back where you need to be, bro.
To get you right back, man. Right back on your feet again, Gaffer.
13 losses and 7 draws. So out of 33 matches, they've not won 20.
That's nuts. That is absolutely nuts, man.
Wait. Say that again.
So out of 33 matches, they've not won 20 of them. 60% of the game, they have not won.
Who's still in there?
We're all here, brother.
Hello, brothers. How you doing this evening?
We're all right.
How are you doing?
man?
I'm good as gold, man. I'm getting every day. I get a step closer to my destiny. You get it?
That's gonna be scary.
Alone, but you know, I'm not upset. I'm not upset. We're getting there, slowly but surely. These lot will fall on their swords eventually. One of them.
So 20 out of 33 games this season, you lot have not won 20 of them. That's very bad.
The manager's rubbish.
Very bad.
Absolutely rubbish. And because he gives nice little sound bites, yeah, these lot and we do a couple passes, these lot all fool themselves into thinking this is a good football team. It's only me and Olu that call it but lies. Nothing but lies. But we're gonna talk this evening. Who's here? Where's that?
From Touchy, it's only Dan Coos.
Good. That's who I want.
Okay.
Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go.
Brother, there's third best football in the league.
Yeah, and when did I say that, Ant, man?
I don't care when you... Is it true or not?
Well, obviously not right now, no.
So was it true then? Because we were 10th when you said it and we're 9th now.
That's so disingenuous of you as well, man.
It's not, though, is it? It's the truth.
Because what does your league position have to do with the football that you're playing? Because Brighton are lower than us in the league, but do they play better football than us? Yes. So that completely disproves the point.
So do we play the third best football in the league now?
I already answered the question. So you answered asking.
Why
the
you
question
shouting?
again.
Buddy, what's the... Why is that aggressive?
And we've been speaking about this already. So this is what Ant does. He asks you the same question 6 times, even though you've already answered it. Ask the next question. Ask the next question then.
One of those times, what I want you to do is I want you to say, you know what,
Ant? You still go on.
Because
I already said that to you.
You were chatting shit.
I already said that to you, though. Did I not say that to you?
I remember. You say it again, though.
Well, I already said it. I don't need to say it again. I said it already.
No, Dan, I'm not really feeling the energy right now.
Neither am I.
It's too confrontational.
But I'm glad you admitted that you was chatting rubbish, and we can move on from that. All right, cool. I won't bring it up again. I'm a man of integrity. We're in public now, guys. Let's keep the act, yeah.
I saw somebody say something in the chat that Spurs are 7 points clear of Arsenal, and they've already sacked their manager.
Why? This manager's nuts.
Okay, what can you done differently today?
In fact, it's not about what he could. You see his tactics here. If you ever see it, right? So this is how it can fool people, yeah. And this is the thing about football is that you can knock the ball about a bit, and you can convince everyone that you're playing good football in that. But the reality of it is, the spaces between our players is so big. We don't get a lot of men around the ball. So every pass, a man's in an island by himself with like 3 or 4 players. We don't flood the box. We don't get lots of players forward. There's no intensity. There's no tempo. Even if Arsenal do keep the ball, as long as you keep Saka quiet, yeah, and you can see where Smith Rowe is, Arsenal can't do anything. It's literally that simple. You haven't got to work overly hard to do that, neither. Show Saka on the outside, double up on him. You know, get a midfielder to be aware of where Smith Rowe is, and the centre back to know when he approach, and the fullback to know that he's going to approach. Just a little bit of communication, and that's it. Arsenal aren't doing nothing. The tactics are rubbish. The team is rubbish. That Pepe guy that this time last year, they was all telling me I was chatting rubbish about when I said he was shit. Now, it took 4 or 5 games of this season for them to admit that he's shit. But when he comes to bench in the Europa League, he looks a world beater. But anytime you start him in the Premier League, this is what you get. You can't do nothing.
Yeah, you
Can't do
don't really get
nothing.
that many overloads. Like when you do any sort of combination play, it's kind of more like off the cuff, like Smith Rowe and Saka, like do a quick jog. You never really have like 3 or 4 man on the left hand side in a half space, or just
59% possession. Like, shut that door, please. 59% possession. How many chances?
Yeah, like one. I think I can't remember any main ones.
It's
Martinelli.
crap. Where's Lewis, man? Where's Lewis? Because and
Oh.
again, is Dan still here?
I'm here.
Are we friends again?
Yeah, go on then.
Right.
Yeah, go on then.
Don't begrudgingly, man. So, if the Kroenkes had spent 400 million, do you think we would have won that game instead of 300?
I don't think the problem is the final amount that we're spending.
So what is it?
Which I was trying to explain, right? It's the timing of expenditure. It's who they're spending it on, right? Because
but this is the thing. So it's not the board that identifies these players, though.
Yeah, I hear that. But number one, the thing that I've said about Kroenke is Arsenal would have spent this money with or without them, right? So I don't see Kroenke in this equation when they're talking about spending. Yeah,
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, no, I'm sure about that.
When did Stan Kroenke take over?
He took over in 2011.
Right, and what was our
That's
spending
that's when he
No. What is that? When he bought all the shares? 2011. I swear it was.
No, but he became majority shareholder in 2011.
Okay, cool. Go on, G. Go on. My bad.
And prior to 2000.
When you say 2011, do you mean the end of the 2010-11 season, or like midway through the 11-12 season?
I don't know when exactly it was. I think it's in the summer, innit? So start of 11-12, yeah. But what I would say about this is that whole time before I think I can't remember when it was, but it was him and Usmanov who had £30 million, right? 30%. Sorry, they had 30% of the shares each. Kroenke had slightly more, which meant he was the top shareholder. Usmanov was trying to put money into the club, right? And the board kept saying no because we don't want you to. They basically didn't want Usmanov to have any say in how the club was run. They didn't give him a position on the board. He wanted to provide funds. They were saying no, right? And so up until from the period from 2004 to 2017, right? Despite Kroenke being a majority shareholder, he did not put a single penny into the club by way of loan or by way of capital. So he didn't put any extra shares in. He didn't give them any loans, right? The club had massive stadium debt that he didn't make any attempts to refinance. Obviously, he doesn't own the whole shares, but that's one way that you can put money in. And that's what he did this last summer because of COVID, right? So when people say, oh, Kroenke spent money, I take actually the only owner in the Premier League who hasn't put any money into the club from his own pocket. Fair enough, people say you don't have to, but if I'm comparing him to other owners in the sport and in the league that I'm playing in, he is the exception. He's not the rule.
No, not necessarily, because the Glazers haven't put money in. The reason why it looks like the Glazers put money in is because that had floated their shares on the stock exchange. So it was actually not the Glazers' money. Like they didn't even purchase the club. Like
Okay,
it was LBO.
Okay,
the thing for me,
using that example, Disu, right? Would you say that the Glazers is someone that you would want to emulate when you're trying to be an owner?
Oh no. Well, to be fair, it depends on your objectives, isn't it? If you're talking from the fans' perspective, absolutely not. If I'm talking from the Glazers' perspective, then yeah, it's a no-brainer.
No,
but if I look, but this is my issue. This is my issue with the finance argument. Yeah, is that if you sat down hard enough, you could match players in the Premier League in probably every single team in the top half, maybe even every team in the league at this rate. Yeah, that you could find an Arsenal player in our starting 11 that costs the same amount as that player that would make Arsenal a better team. So that's why I can't hear the finance argument, because we're not good because we haven't spent enough money. We're not good because we've only spent 380 million on this team or this squad or whatever. We're not good because we've got a rubbish manager and we've got terrible talent ID, and our squad has been put together like by throwing a dart in the dark. Oh, it's landed on him. Cool, we'll get him. There's no structure. There's no plan. So this is why I don't hear the money argument, because I can look at Liverpool. I can look at Liverpool, right? Liverpool spent how much on Joe Gomez? We bought Rob Holding from the same league. Liverpool spent how much on Mane? We spent 50 million on Lacazette. You know, Liverpool spent 40 million on Fabinho. Okay, well, we spent 35 million on Xhaka. Like when Southampton was buying Virgil van Dijk, we were buying Mustafi for 3 times the money. Like, so talking about money is all well and good, but the facts are it's not about the money, it's about the talent ID and the recruitment. That's the issue.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
And
I
but
think-
that also goes back to the Cronkies though. Like
how?
And the reason why I say how is because they are ultimately responsible for driving the football culture at the club, right? Who's the one that hires Gazidis? Who is the one that hires Raul? Who's the one that refuses to sack Wenger and overstays his welcome? Who drives the footballing culture at this club?
Well, they sacked Wenger now. And
There's no culture of excellence there from KFC. If you look at Liverpool, the reason why they are where they are is because essentially FSG want to win at that football club, right? That's why they go and get the best in class to run their football club. That's why Man City.
When they came in, we had the best though.
Shake and what has happened since?
Well, you just said you wanted him fired.
Who?
Wenger. We had the best. We ran him out.
Wenger wasn't the best. Wenger was failing. Wenger was failing for a number of years, and he overstayed.
Yeah, but what my argument is this: is that you can't have it both ways. If they'd come in and sacked Wenger any sooner, and we'd ended up in this boat, we'd have all turned on them for saying, "Oh, it's because he's got rid of Wenger."
Yeah, but I'm not talking about what ifs. I'm talking about what's actually happened. Okay, what has happened is Arsene Wenger stayed for too long. He should have gone. They didn't put an appropriate structure in place for the succession of Arsene Wenger. They didn't plan for a future without a future when the guy's 70 years old. Like, did they think he's going to be there forever? Right? Then not only that, they had a whole hiring process that they went through to try and find his successor, and then last minute pulled out of that process and hired someone on the recommendation of one of their boys, Raul Sanyehi, right? And not only that, they let the person that they charged with leading the restructure leave to AC Milan, right? They've promoted from within the club to people who have no experience, given a man who has had no managerial experience whatsoever the job, right? Given a guy who's had no technical director experience in Europe, a job at one of the biggest clubs in Europe, and promoted Vinay Venkatasam, who's a glorified accountant, to be head of CEO.
How the Ross do you know how to pronounce that name?
So you can't just say the issue with the Cronkies is spending. The issue with the Cronkies is how they run the club from top to bottom is not good enough.
Right. So if all of those things is what's said, then yeah, I agree. I think the appointments are terrible. But what grates me the most about Arsenal fans, and I'll be real, you're one of the Arsenal fans that do this. On one hand, you'll make these passing snap judgments about best football in the league and etc. And Arteta's going to be a great coach or a great manager one day. And when we was on that 22 unbeaten game run, I remember beefing Arsenal fans left, right, and centre on Twitter because they was banging on about how good Emery was, and I was telling them then the football shit and we're shit and it won't last. So you praise all of these things, and then when it's all apparent was always there, then you all act like you was all aboard the whole time, and it was a terrible choice. But you guys are the ones that were giving it wings. You guys are the ones that were giving it wings.
And you took one statement and ran away with it.
That statement was wild, bro.
And you said that means I'm happy with the situation. You put those words into my mouth. I never said any of that. That's what you said. That's what you imagined.
I know, but I drew inference from what you said. Like for me, yeah.
I did a sentence. And what was the statement that I said? What was the statement that I said?
We play the third best football in the league.
That's not what I said. So that's
what
I'm saying. You're remembering it as that, but that's not what I said.
What did you say?
I said right now, I don't think there are teams. I don't think there's. What did I say? I said right now, I think we're playing the second best football in the league right now. And at the time, I think that was true. Just beat
Didn't
Leicester.
just mean
was
at that
after-
exact minute of that fucking
No,
day, did you?
but
So
it was
what was the plan with that?
no, but it was a period of time when we had played Wolves, we played Aston Villa, we played Leicester, we played Tottenham, right? And we played very well in all of those games.
I don't agree.
From January to the start of March, you were saying, "Oh yeah, you lot are waxing lyrical about playing well against Wolves. That's what we should be doing." But it's a fact that we played well against Wolves. It's a fact that we played well against Aston Villa.
Why does
It's a
that
fact
warrant
that
praise?
It's a fact.
We
it's a
didn't play
fact
well
that we
against
played
Aston Villa. That's
It's
a
a
lie.
fact that we
That's a
played well
lie.
against
That's a lie.
Leicester. It's a fact that we played well
Yeah.
against Leicester. It's a fact that we played well against about 10 teams in a row. So when I said that statement,
No,
fine,
no,
fine,
it's not.
find the
No,
matches.
it's not.
I can
No, it's not.
name you the matches that we didn't play well in. I can
Go
name
on
them.
then.
It was Crystal
Yeah.
Palace. It was Crystal
Aston Villa.
Palace, Man United. We played well against Villa. Go rewatch
No, we
that match.
didn't. I
Yes, we
don't need
did.
to. I saw it. It bored
Go
me on the
rewatch
day.
that match.
It
We
bored me
played very
out.
well against Aston Villa.
No, we didn't.
had
What
them-
we did,
we had them
is in the
we had
last
them
15
camped in their half.
in the last 15 minutes when we was chasing a goal, when we was 1-0 down, we dominated the ball outside of their box. We didn't really create anything. That's all we did. Watch it.
This is
You-
how I know.
you
This
could-
is how I know
you
you didn't
could
watch
watch-
that match, because the
you
last
could
15
watch-
minutes,
Mate.
the last 15 minutes is when we were the worst in that match, because
No,
Party
it's not.
came
It's when we was the
because
best.
Party came off of an injury.
It's when we
Party
was
came
the
off of an
best.
injury and we
It's
couldn't
when,
keep the
it's when
ball.
we had all our attacking players
Okay.
on the pitch.
Party came off
You-
of an injury that match, and we couldn't keep the ball.
You
and we,
you you
and,
you
and that's
can
when
watch
Villa, and that's
any
when Villa,
football match
and that's
you
when
want.
Aston Villa had all of their chances
You
in
can
that
watch
match.
any football match you want, yeah, and